It's been half a year since we woke up in those tubes. The snow started falling earlier this week. I am not cut out for the cold. It's hard to think when my fingers are so frozen that they hurt. Apple and Wolf seem comfortable enough, though who can truly be at ease with the undead lurking around every corner, hoping to catch you off guard? But I have been finding it hard to keep track of the days amidst all of the snowfall. I feel like I cannot trust my footing, my memories, or my health. Waking up without my memories was bad enough, but at least it was a solid state. As it stands, I've been regaining some and losing others. Instead of a blank slate with a side of instincts and personality, my mind feels like a collage of the past and present, torn apart and stuck back together blindfolded. Today is last week is when I was 7, which I imagine would be, at the very least, discomforting at the best of times. It is safe to say that this is not the best of times. Being one of the only remaining humans in existence is an experience that is hard to describe, and even harder to dwell upon. My thoughts race away from the sheer drop off of that mental cliffside of existential dread like my life depends on it. Maybe it does. Anyway, the company I have found myself in is incredibly strange. I cannot pretend to understand these people in the slightest, and each new revelation only brings more questions. But there is one thing that I know for certain. Without them, I would not be alive. That is both a comment on my mental state and the danger that we find ourselves in. Beyond keeping us fed, there's not much I can do to keep us safe. Securing the area around us and fighting off the onslaught of undead has been the work of Apple. He never seems to tire of it, and whenever I resurface after losing myself, it is him who has guarded me while I could not. Without him, I would definitely have been eaten. Wolf keeps morale high, checking in on us and making us laugh. I don't understand what he's been working on up in that shack exactly, but I know that he makes me feel safe. I would never have imagined smiling after the world ended, but he makes me smile often. The child has been missing for quite some time now. This is also probably best for morale. Unfortunately, the closest thing that we have to a doctor is me. Which is very awkward considering that I'm the one who most needs one. In case it isn't obvious, the zombie apocalypse is not a good time for fainting spells. I probably need medication of some kind. Hell if I know what it is, though. I don't even remember the name of the stuff I took as a kid, let alone what it's made of or how to find it, or if it even expires. Would there be any in the cities? I wouldn't even know what to look for. I don't even know if it's the same problem. I mean, I thought I grew out of it. There was a good decade or so with no problems. I guess the recent stress has brought it back? I don't know. I just hope that getting my thoughts down on paper helps. I hate the snow. It's cold, and it's hard to walk, and it's hard to see, and hard to feel my fingers, and I hate it. I just want berries. Berries like the cold, so they should be easy to find in winter, right? Apparently, that was too optimistic. Wolf's Mountain is always cold, because he's insane, so we decided to look there. Why did we do that? It's so cold. It's only colder in the winter. This is how people get hypothermia and lose all of their fingers and die. I was also hoping that maybe the Arctic chill would freeze the zombies solid, or at least slow them down, but no such luck. They came at us in droves, forcing us to perch on a tiny makeshift platform in the middle of what felt like a blizzard. Well, I have been assured that it was not one, so I guess it can get worse. We had to be so careful. The wind and ice made everything slippery, and even though I swear I measured every breath, I somehow managed to push Wolf off. I feel so bad about it. If it weren't for miraculously waking up again after death, a phenomena that I still do not understand and fear that attempting to explain will make my mental state even worse, then I would have never been able to forgive myself. I still don't know how I will. Although somehow both Apple and Wolf do. Don't understand how, but I guess I have to believe them. I can be forgiven. With Wolf's sense of direction, or complete lack thereof, there was no way that he would be able to find us, and his freshly betrayed corpse, among the mountain. And with the sun setting and the zombies still thinking the sound of gunfire was the dinner bell, Apple and I had no choice but to wait for day. One problem. The temperature plummets at nighttime, and I hate the cold. I was convinced that we would freeze solid. Apple shielded me from the wind and kept me warm with body heat. Apparently, one arm is warmer than the other because it's a prosthetic, which means the other arm is organic? And his prosthetic is warmer because of the purple stuff that swirls through it. Like, the purple stuff in his face, which is a diving mask. Like I said, more questions with every answer. At least he's not a zombie. On the way back, Apple fell into some snow and found a lot of zombies. They said it was a cobblestone room? Weird. I guess there was a cave-in or something, and a whole horde got trapped underneath. Until Apple knocked open a hole and let them all come pouring out. We both got bitten. As long as the cure keeps working, I'll probably end up with a whole sleeve of bite scars. Anyway, all that and no berries. Seeing as we couldn't find any berries in the place that's supposed to get cold, we tried going in the opposite direction, checking what there was in the forest past the facility. Where it should be lovely and lush and warm and is instead also cold. Spoiler alert, it was zombies. And bears. Apple kept wandering off to intercept and check our perimeter or something. So Wolf and I spent most of the time surrounded by spooky, cold, ominous trees, having no idea where Apple was. Eventually, we found another windmill, which, of course, Apple wants to tear down for even more iron. But I was too distracted by flowers to check it out, which means I was alone when I found the Bad Vibes Tower. I dragged the other two to where I saw it once it was light, and it turns out that those not zombie raiders have a base of their own, and they want to shoot us, even though we are also not zombies. I climbed a tree to call out their movements and provide cover fire while Wolf and Apple went in to take them out and investigate. We were hoping that if we killed them all, they wouldn't show up to try and shoot us again, but some of them must have been out raiding or something, because despite killing everyone who was home, we keep finding more. And I think they want to shoot us even more than they did before. We may have made an enemy that is capable of holding a vendetta. Because zombies are our enemies, but they aren't capable of holding much of anything. Some of them don't even have hands. Anyway, I was supposed to serve as lookout, but one minute I'm up in the tree, the next I know I'm on the ground with Wolf and Apple standing over me, the taste of raspberry cookies still in my mouth.
Has everyone got at least something done today? I get it, we're busy. I'm busy too. No, what are you doing? No, don't. Stop. Don't drop that. That has ceramic capacity. Do you... No, we can't just replace it. Do you know any ceramics? No, neither do I. We're in an apocalypse. No, ceramics isn't just... Look, I'm an engineer. I don't know... Okay. No, I don't care that you're sick. I'm sick. You got me sick. We don't get sick days in the apocalypse.
Sounds like a rough one in there.
Yeah, look, Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Look, I get that they're not experts. Sometimes you just have to learn. We're on a time crunch. It's the end of the world.
Yeah. And they bring in experts for a reason. Here, let me get you something for that throat.
Thank you.
Here, lavender's probably better than green.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thank you so much.
No problem. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's use plants to fix problems.
Yeah, I mean, hey, plants, machines, they can be just as touch and go as one another.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, I don't know all that much about machines, but I think you're right. The plants can definitely be fussy.
Machines, once they work, they're great. Getting them to actually do what you need can be a bit touch and go.
I mean, that's basically the problem I'm having with the plants, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and getting them to work together as well. One of the things that I've got some of the techs in there doing is trying to make sure we've got working grow lights.
Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah, so that's why I'm stressing out so much about actually making sure they don't break things.
Fucking
by messing
thank
around
you.
and being distracted.
If we don't have grow lights, everything I'm doing in here goes out the window.
Yeah, and what you're doing is important as hell. We can't go without it.
Well, that's what they're telling me. I'm hoping they're right.
We won't know until we find out, but
Yeah.
I reckon that they're onto something.
Yeah, it seems like the scientists have been making happy noises. And it's definitely a hell of a lot safer growing things down here than it is up there.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, hey, happy scientist noises are always good. I'm not a scientist myself, but
Yeah.
those guys generally know what they're talking about.
Yeah? Or they're really, really good at pretending.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
I
they
mean,
actually
hey,
know what they're
in
talking
every
about.
industry, you get some people who are just really good at saying all of the right things and not knowing anything.
Judging by the fact that this place is still running, I guess you've proven that you actually know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'd sure hope so. The main issue that we have is resources, you know? Once things start to fall apart, it's more dangerous sending people up to try and scavenge what we can than it is
Yeah.
to just live without a light that doesn't blink or a tap that drips occasionally, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't even
So, you
really
know,
thought about it. I've been so buried in my plants.
yeah, no, like
Damn.
everything's going great so far, but you know, when things start to break, what we'll probably have to do is tear them out of the wall and scavenge them for the parts that still work so we can keep everything else running.
Oof.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't get to that point, you know, but
Hopefully
who
not.
can say?
I mean, it's probably a reason that they, haven't figured out how to make light parts out of plants yet, but
Yeah, I mean,
some plants
hey,
glow.
yeah, something bioluminescence.
Maybe I can make plants that are lights.
Maybe. I mean, if they get established enough, they can just take water straight out of the ground, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a sufficiently complex mycelial network is probably something akin to a computer. But I'm not
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
mycologist,
good.
so
Yeah. Yeah, and like trying to mix machines and plants to that level. Yeah.
you probably don't know how to fix a mushroom.
No. I know how to cook a mushroom, but
Yeah, that's
not
something.
sure how to fix one.
Well, here's to
Yeah.
cooking mushrooms and not breaking everything that's keeping us alive.
Yes. Thank you for the tea, by the way. It's worked wonders already.
I'm glad it's helping. Well, I gotta get back to it, but
Yeah.
good
All
chatting
good.
with you.
Thank you. It was great catching up. Good luck with the plant stuff.
Thank you. I hope you don't have to tell too many more people off until your voice recovers.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, have a good one. Good luck.
Yeah, 73, so you and yours have yourself a good evening there, buddy, and some good DX there, and we'll talk to you again. BE1CMD.